Sometimes I look at our universities and I ask myself, what exactly are we doing? Let me show you what I mean. Take University of Ilorin for instance. That university sits on around 16,000 hectares of land. It's almost the same size with some European countries. They even have a farm on campus. So how is it that that university does not produce enough food to feed Kwara State? How come they don't have a farm large enough to earn enough money to fund the school? How do you have 15,000 hectares of land, the smartest agricultural minds in the region, government backing, student labor, and decades of research, and you're still sitting around waiting for federal government money while your infrastructure is decaying? Do you know what's worse? There are at least 10 other Nigerian universities who have enough land to be a state of their own, but it's the same problem. And it's not just agriculture. Take Unilag for instance. They have one of the biggest law faculties in West Africa. These guys produce some of the brightest lawyers Africa has seen. But imagine, for instance, what it would look like if that faculty of law has a chamber that represents some of the biggest brands in Nigeria and beyond. What of OAU? They have one of the strongest engineering faculties on the continent. But everybody knows that Nigeria imports most of its industrial machinery. There are so many industrial equipment we could actually manufacture here, but we import all of them. So what exactly do our engineering faculties produce? I'll tell you what they produce. Theses and research papers. These guys produce thousands of brilliant research papers and theses, and then they dump them somewhere, and they'll be there collecting dust. I can guarantee you right now that somewhere in the university library, there's a research paper that fixes a problem that a manufacturer somewhere in Nigeria is having, a problem that they now require an external contractor to fix for them. But that research paper is there collecting dust. It's not as if the knowledge is not there. The knowledge is there. But the connection between the economy and the knowledge is where there's a problem. And no, I'm not trying to tackle Unilag, Unilorin, or OAU. These are some of the finest universities in Africa. You cannot be a university based in the poorest region of the world, and all you do is to educate and certify. You don't have that luxury. Take MIT for instance. They don't just teach and graduate students. That place is an ecosystem that is carefully designed to convert ideas into companies. Before your very koro eyes, you'll see researchers become founders, and even labs, research labs, become startups after they have developed solutions. They monetize them. And then when their students become founders, they invest in their startups. That's why today that university has more money than so many countries. Every year, Nigeria spends billions producing graduates who relocate after graduating. Our country probably has more doctors working outside Nigeria than those working in the country. And I don't blame them. Talent will always follow value. The system didn't give them enough reason to stay. If we must rise as a continent, the African academic community must go beyond just publishing papers. We must start providing practical solutions to the problem of our economies at scale. Africa cannot continue accumulating valuable research that keep collecting dust without commercializing things. Collectively, we are too poor to afford that luxury. Until we do that, we'll keep exporting talent, importing solutions, and languishing in poverty.